The pill you took is part of a trace program. It's designed to disrupt your input-output carrier signal so we can pinpoint your location. What does that mean?
It means buckle your seatbelt, Dorothy, because Kansas is going bye-bye.
Howdy, howdy, everybody. So glad to be with you tonight. It is now the 16th of August here on the East Coast. Yesterday, last night, I was supposed to fill in and everything was ready to go. And I literally hit the start button on the stream, and half of the destinations that I'm streaming to, primarily James's channel, Cause Before Symptom, and most of the other destinations just were broken. I don't know what was wrong with them. I was really worried that it wasn't going to work out tonight. So I gave it a shot earlier today and it worked, and here we are. So how's it going, Bubkiss on Substack? Nice to have you with me tonight. Hope everybody's doing well. I'm filling in for James. He's out at the gold mines for the weekend. He'll be back on Monday. So tonight, I actually came across a video earlier that we're just going to watch it together. It's new. It's by Reckless Ben. People may know him from the bricks and minifigs situation, but a new video just dropped where he went in, or had some guy go into a undercover troubled teen facility. This just came out 13 hours ago. And so there's a bit of commentary that we're going to do on it, because there's a lot that could be said, and I had a lot of thoughts. I made it through the first probably half, maybe a little less than half of it, before I decided, hey, I'm going to watch it tonight, because I had a lot of thoughts about it, and I wanted to talk about it a little bit, and I think it's a really interesting video. Now, it should be said, if you guys don't know who this person is, they had a prior ordeal that went down in parts of Oregon and then Utah, primarily with a company called Bricks and Minifigs, which had to do with these stolen Legos. If you don't know what it is, the guy's name is Reckless Ben. Please take a look it up, do a Google search, you'll find it very quick. I'm not going to explain the full backstory on that, just because I want to focus on this video tonight. So let me go ahead and bring it up so everybody can see what I'm talking about. So the title of the video, let me go to his profile, Reckless Ben on YouTube. Right here is his profile. Oh, I should probably put myself out of the way, shouldn't I? One moment. Let's get some housekeeping done real quick. Okay. So, Reckless Ben, he's done a series of videos, very interesting, and it's really taken over the internet. And I think that's one of the things that I need to stress before we even get started. A working theory that I have is that the algorithm is being weaponized to ultimately profit, either through schemes involving betting on odds like Polymarket. We'll go ahead and just start off with a little interesting sneak preview on that. Let me go ahead and pull this up real quick and just read off of, how's it going, Argard? It's so nice to have you with us tonight. We're going to read a quick passage real quick about how Polymarket, which is this, basically you can bet on anything. Will this event happen by this date? You can bet on it. Now, that started out as something called the policy analysis engine, or the policy analysis market. This ties in, turns out, surprisingly enough, ties in perfectly to all of the digital twin, cognitive twin, tokenized consciousness stuff. But that's going to be in a separate video. We're not going to focus on that. But I'm going to just read this quick passage out real quick. In terms of aggregative contingent estimation, initiated in 2011, this massive geopolitical forecasting experiment, the Intelligence Advanced Research Projects Activity Experiment, Future Markets Applied to Prediction, Future Map, and the Policy Analysis Market, PAM. And this is ultimately became Polymarket. But what I'm going to read here, this forecasting experiment proved that performance-weighted, crowd-sourced ensembles, fancy language, performance-weighted, crowd-sourced ensembles, basically meaning something that gets views because it's weighted based on how it performs. So it gets a lot of views. Crowdsourced, meaning people throw money into the pot. Ensembles, you know, an ensemble, crowd of people, get together of people, a marching band, many ways you could use that word. But that could systematically outpredict traditional intelligence agencies. Okay, so why am I talking about that? Because when you get something with this much traffic that stirs up the internet in the matter of a month, and this did, man, this was a big story, and if you haven't heard of it, it's definitely something you need to look into, especially if you haven't heard of it. And probably this video, I got arrested because of Legos, would be the best one to watch, in my opinion. But there's been so many developments. That's not what we're going to cover today. We're going to watch the latest video. I went undercover in a troubled teen facility. And I'm going to give a bit of commentary about how that has a lot that looks like MKUltra Monarch Trauma Programming. So just have that in the back of your head. That's what we're going to talk about. We're going to compare it. And really, it's almost, it feels surreal, feels meta. This is a good example of what does meta mean. It's like, wait, we're just watching all of this go down? That's how I felt when I watched the first half. So I'm not going to ramble on. We're going to just go ahead and get it started now. I'm going to start it from the beginning, and we're going to give commentary and talk about it.
Imagine your kid starts getting into trouble, and a professional tells you that there's a school that can fix them. They'll get an awesome education and fun outdoor activities that restore your kid's hope. But once you send your kids away, you can no longer see what's actually happening. What if you just spent your life savings on a program that makes them even worse? Well, I'm about to go on the craziest mission in the entire world to find out.
How's it going, Philip? I don't know if I said hi to you. Glad to have you with me tonight.
There's been a ton of allegations about this place.
Families are suing Provo Canyon School.
Raise your hand if you'd call yourself a survivor of abuse.
When I first heard about this place, the first thing I thought was, if this place really is as bad as everyone's saying it is, then why is it still open? Why are the parents still sending their kids here? And if you go to the website, why is there only 5-star reviews on this place? So I decided to do some research, and it seems like the reason this place is still open is because all of these are just word-of-mouth allegations.
I was verbally, mentally, and physically abused on a
Just like all the Epstein files.
Unless there's video evidence of what's happening inside, it's gonna be really hard to shut this place down, which is why I'm going undercover to get this video evidence. And if Provo Canyon really is doing bad things, then first I'm actually gonna try and improve their facility. But if they don't want to take my advice and continue being evil for some reason, then I will do whatever I can to make sure they get shut down. So I first heard about this school when a fan reached out to me through email saying he actually went to one of these schools himself and that I need to investigate this place.
If I was given that option, I would choose.
I will say, no matter what, still some of the most like brilliant, innovative stuff I've seen in a long time. And this stuff is, especially the stuff that has already happened with the bricks and minifig stuff, that stuff is just needed to be seen. And this is the brilliant way to do it. It's almost like that's what I mean. It's almost too perfect. It's like, man, if you wanted to show people something like entrenched corruption, like police corruption, how do you do it? Like, how do you show it to somebody so that they will know that it's really happening and they don't have to take your word for it? Well,
What I know now, there's no world I would go back to a place like that. You're woken up early in the morning, you're barely fed any food. I was kept in solitary confinement for like 3 days. Every single aspect of your life, they will critique to make you like bend to their will.
What are the things people get sent there for?
Disobeying your parents at home, headed down a wayward path like my parents said I was.
You said they hire anyone as teachers, right?
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah, one of the main things I keep seeing online is that Provo Canyon will hire anyone as a teacher. which is very bad because normally to be a teacher, you have to have a minimum of a bachelor's degree. You have to get a state-approved teaching license, and most importantly, you have to have a squeaky clean criminal record if you want to work with kids. So to see what their hiring process is like, I'm going to see if they'll hire my friend Sheldon.
So I was thinking, if you want to, would you be down to get hired by one of these companies, and then you'd be like the teacher?
Yeah, I guess, yeah. Dang, that might be hard to get into, though.
Sheldon's perfect because I don't think he meets any of these qualifications. First off, he never went to high school, and if you just Google his name, the first thing that comes up about him is he stole a car. I mean, this was a long...
We needed to pop up on the front page. So it's like, that's the best part. That's what I mean. It's like, he has to find this guy because he needs to set up this challenge. So ultimately, like, oh, are they going to hire this guy with a shady past? He's trying to see, are they going to do that? So he needs to find a guy with a shady past.
Time ago, and since then he's gotten sober and completely turned his life around. He's now a very productive member of society. The only thing he gets arrested for now is making GoFundMes.
We're just gonna do this GoFundMe.
You're being arrested.
But the point is, he has probably the worst record ever, and he is definitely not allowed to have this job. So we signed him up.
The interview is in person there.
Each seat is provided with a seatbelt.
We're here in Utah to get this job.
Pretty dang nervous.
Now, it should be said, Utah is actually literally, like, based on the statistics, maybe a few years back, it might not be like this last statistics that were run, but Utah is actually ranked as one of the most corrupt states in the United States, next to Delaware.
Time to start the spy cameras.
Spy camera, spy camera. Hello. I have an interview.
And Sheldon's entire interview was only one question.
Let's say you walk in, a code was called, you walk in and you see two kids just fighting. They're just going at it. What would be your, what would you do in that scenario?
Well, I'm assuming, you know, I would try and break it up as best I could. I mean, I hope that's the right answer at least, but that's what I would try and do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure. We do get into restraints. I hope that you would be willing to.
So that's why we're going to make these direct comparisons, just to get out of the way. It's like there's no doubt about it. There's no hypothesis. This that. It's like if you have to use restraints in a school, I'm going to make a valid comparison between that and the actual tactics that they studied in the MKUltra program, because those were the tactics that they used in the MKUltra program.
To get your hands a little bit dirty.
Absolutely.
Do things.
Absolutely.
Awesome. I would just wait until you get the call. I feel like you'd be good.
Okay.
So why would you ever hire somebody with a shady past? Why would a school do this? You know, let's just, play devil's advocate for a minute and think, why would the most corrupt state in the union send their children to re-education, troubled teen therapy, or they call it therapy now. Why would you hire shoddy teachers? Well, because if you're doing criminal things there, you have to have somebody who, has dirt on their hands so that they can be controlled. If we go down, then everybody's going to go down. That includes you. You're going to go down too, because you were doing it with us, right? That's why, if there was something criminal going on, especially if they were ignoring regulations, if they were, God knows, it's like, let me put it this way. Is anybody aware of, or can they give any examples of one of these places that's just like perfectly as advertised, nothing shady goes on, nothing but good reviews? It's like, does that exist? If it does, I haven't seen it on any, they don't send cameras to those places.
I got the job.
Wait, you got it?
Yeah, I sent you the text. Look how good I got the interview.
The only problem is Sheldon was basically 100% sure that he was going to fail his background check.
Since it's a school with kids, there's like all these extra federal regulations.
But maybe Provo Canyon is so money hungry, they'll just ignore all these federal regulations.
Maybe they don't follow the federal regulations, you know?
Yeah.
And so maybe you can just get in because maybe they're breaking the rules. I don't know. We'll see. So are you like officially hired now, or?
Yeah, they verified my education.
I thought you said you weren't going to get hired.
Well, dude, I shouldn't have.
They didn't give you a background check, did they?
They shouldn't have hired me because I stole a car.
That's crazy. They didn't even question it.
And they said, "Don't worry, you start. We verified it ourselves." And it's like, no, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Oh, sure. I got to get you a plane ticket and Airbnb and stuff then.
Yeah.
Well, now that Sheldon's an actual teacher at this school, I bought him even more spy cameras so he can secretly film his experience. Now it's time to see if they're actually doing stuff that's illegal. And if they are, that's when I come in and help them improve their facility.
As soon as we're done, those doors are mine.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, maybe it was just a bad joke, but he's always holding the pizza and he says, I'm going to come in and help you improve. So it's like, oh boy, you're not cutting. I don't know, maybe I'm just, don't take that and run. It's just, you got to juxtapose these things a bit. It's like maybe, but maybe not. But it's like just bad judgment. You know, maybe it should not have been a pizza.
And now it's time for Sheldon's first day of training. Yeah, this is still pretty much Sheldon's first time ever using these spy cameras, so he wasn't really used to it and kind of just filmed the ceiling the whole time. So to make it more entertaining for you guys, this is the actual audio, but I hired an animator to animate over it. So here you go.
What do you think we do here at Provo Canyon?
Your youth residential treatment center.
Yes.
How do the kids feel about being in here?
Not great.
So they don't like it?
Not usually.
Almost all of our kids have made real and serious attempts to end their lives. Their parents call in, they're immediately asking, am I getting out, am I getting out, am I getting out? Their staff are going, not today, you're not. They want out. That's a high risk time because they're hoping the decision is going to be made to send them home.
But we've had a kid here for maybe like 5 or 6 years.
What kind of like aftercare do you guys have set up? Because obviously, you know, if he depended on a place for 5 or 6 years, I feel like he's going to be having a really hard time adjusting to
5 or 6 years is I mean, what, you go to high school for 4 years, so that's longer than a high school. It's like definitely more than just it's more than residential treatment. That's like a retreat.
real life.
3 typical types of restraints. You have your mechanical, your chemical, and your physical. Mechanical is going to be like your tie downs. Your chemical are going to be like the injections, tranquilizers. Guess how many restraints we average in that group?
50?
More.
100?
More.
300?
There you go.
Really?
Mm-hmm. 250 to 300 restraints is the average a month.
How many kids?
140.
So each one would get restrained twice a month?
Yep. I'd go up to Shane and I'd say, hey Shane, that's not your chair. I need you to move to your chair. And he doesn't move his chair. The response was, go hands on with Shane for compliance.
We were fucking slamming kids all over the place. Oh, I'm sorry. We were love.
He said, go hands on with whomever for compliance. That's the term or the phrase, go hands on for compliance. Programming term. It's very technical, very mechanical, very calculated.
Slamming them to the ground. So, what are some staff behaviors that might pose a risk to the facility?
Again, let me just clarify my position. One of these, and there's many more like them, not just this one specific example. I mean, this is a problem that you've been seeing from time to time on the internet, people documenting survivor stories with these teen retreats. You know, they say that they're helping them, but that's questionable. But there's many more like them, and I think that they really are a classic implementation of MKUltra. Like, if you want to know what the actual Monarch program is in today's world, this is one shining example of it, and it's hiding in plain sight. That's what I see this as. That's kind of what I intend to comment on.
I don't know, they brought up like talking to the media or whatever earlier.
Yeah. All right, so here's some news articles about some Utah facilities. So Utah troubled teen facility sued by parents. This Utah Teen Treatment Center is being monitored and could be shut down. Any media contact you, no comment, but just don't say anything. And then immediately report it to the CEO. Provo Canyon is heavy in the media, okay? Please do not respond to any media. We do predict in the next little bit that Provo Canyon media involvement will actually increase.
So that's another thing to be wary about. Again, it's like if you're exposing all of this, it's great. No, nothing bad about that. But I have questions about how perfect of an exposure this is, and that's just me being a skeptic. That's really I think there's value in that. And it's literally what playing the devil's advocate is. And that was a role that the church used to debate doctrine on. It's because when you look at something and you look at its antithesis, you actually see it in a clearer light, because Hegel's dialectic says that that's how power is consolidated. And so what you're doing is you have to look at it the reverse way through that lens and kind of see what the bigger picture is. So I think it's always good to say maybe, but what if that? And okay, they predict that their media involvement will increase. And okay, maybe they're right, because this just dropped today.
Why is that?
And that footage was from 2025. There's more of it. He's just this starting part. It was missing. I think he said the camera was pointed at the roof, but the footage was from 2025. So this happened about a year ago, and the video is just now dropping. So.
Ago, we had a new hire that we did not catch in time. That was a private investigator, and he wore Camlin glasses with like camera in it. It's corporate's hunch that he was hired by Paris Hilton. So
that's crazy.
Yeah. He's going to court. We do believe it's going to reach like federal high-level court. And so the big president and CEO says, I want to come down with the full force of the law. So.
Did you read my text?
No, what happened?
Paris Hilton sent an undercover fucking independent. Someone got caught with spyglasses.
Yeah, the last guy who tried exposing this place is now facing multiple felonies and a prison sentence. But me and Sheldon are already used to this. It's gonna take more than a federal lawsuit to stop us.
Everybody take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. You do it.
Yeah, to be a mental health instructor here, the training was a complete joke. I mean, pretty much the only thing Sheldon learned was that Paris Hilton is evil. Yeah, I guess this is the high school that Paris Hilton went to. Since graduating, she's pretty much made it her life mission to shut this place down.
Paris Hilton wants to shut down the Provo Canyon School.
Despite hypothermia.
Should be a brilliant way to do it. It's like, what if that's just the storyline? What if she paid him to make this video? Just saying.
It seems like the only thing they want their staff to know when working here is that Paris Hilton is a liar.
Paris Hilton, she came to Provo Canyon School.
I don't know if you folks have ever heard of a person called Paris Hilton or something like that.
Yeah, we talked about it yesterday. They told us.
I never did watch a special that she had on Netflix. I just never had a desire to. People would say, you should watch it. I said, yeah, I'm good. But even her own sister, Nikki, said, yeah, you belong there. You needed to go to that school. She'll tell you that Provo Canyon School actually did help her a little bit. Well, a lot. But she won't say that in front of everybody else because she did such a big uproar.
I got him calling Paris Hilton a liar, for trying 20 or 30 minutes straight.
It's not parallel. Paris Hilton made it sound. Okay.
So she's a liar.
Well, I guess there actually is one more thing the school wanted their staff to know. How to restrain the kids.
It's just him going again, over 1,000 times today.
Again.
It's literally like brainwashing.
Repetition is the most basic form of mind control. He's right.
Now the training is complete. But before they can become mental health professionals, our government requires them to pass a state medical exam. The government does this because, I mean, it's pretty obvious. We just want our mental health instructors to know what they're doing. So Sheldon brought his secret cameras to record how Provo Canyon tests its mental health professionals.
You go through this, I cannot give you the answers to these, okay? But you know, I do like apples. I do like bananas.
This right here, they're just giving them the answers.
I like cantaloupes. I'm a dog person. So anyways, let's start from number one.
67-year-old man is found unresponsive.
Could be coded language too.
Did somebody like cantaloupes in this stuff? I kind of like cantaloupes myself. I'm just saying, you don't have to listen to that. It's up to you.
And yeah, the instructor did this for the entire test.
First, the person giving chest compressions is not allowing for complete chest recoil.
You kind of like dogs? I love dogs. Yes, I do. I have a French bulldog myself. Thank you. I'm just saying. I'm going to eat me an apple in just a little bit. I'm just saying that, okay? You ain't got to listen to me now. It's up to you folks. I'm just saying.
But anyways, even though Sheldon didn't learn anything, he passed his medical test.
Now I'm like certified through like the American Heart Society, even though like we didn't even learn anything and everyone just phased out and they gave us all the answers to the test.
But this is when Sheldon realized that they were catching on to him being a secret undercover agent.
He looked at the watch because I was recording and he goes, "What kind of watch is that?" But like, and then when I'm going to get the watch, the fucking key lights up and the room was dark, so it was like super fucking dumbass obvious.
I don't know about y'all, but I feel a little bit uneasy with it because there's a certain thing that's been kind of watching all of us. And I don't know about y'all, this person, I mean, this thing just kind of like hangs out. You know, it's like, okay, why is he hanging out like this? He just looks about and he's like, who are all these people here? Who they? Who they?
I fucking started shaking. I've never had like that much of a physical reaction to like any anxiety. My head was literally like twitching, dude. I'm like, this is crazy. And then he picks up a stuffed animal off the shelf and he's like, it's Curious George.
Anyways, I would like you all to meet my friend George. Yes, he'll be George. Because George can fly anywhere. Just don't drop him, okay? Oh, whoa, George.
And I thought he was talking about me.
Was it scary?
Yeah, it was scary as hell. I've never been that afraid.
I picked up the double speak too, so I mean, like, I don't think he was just imagining that.
In that moment, he was talking about a goddamn stuffed animal, dude.
Anyways, Sheldon passed his entire week of training.
I'm now a unit staff.
No! And you know what that means. Sheldon is now officially a mental health technician at Provo Canyon School.
Yeah, my name's Sheldon. I'm swing shift A, a mental health technician.
Sheldon's gonna be the man for us.
Yeah.
So it's good that we have Sheldon on the inside as an undercover teacher, but at the end of the day, what we're really trying to find out is this place bad for the kids? And the only way to do that is to send in an undercover kid. And then I realized that, yeah, we definitely can't do that. That's super illegal and just like morally messed up. So instead of sending in an undercover kid, I'm gonna be an undercover kid.
You cannot go in there, dude. You're gonna go to like, it's like 6 felonies.
Yes, there's a couple problems with me checking myself into this place, such as I just turned 30 years old and the oldest kids they accept here are 17. And Sheldon tried talking me out of the idea for 2 whole days.
Dude, do you think they're really gonna believe you're 17 though, Ben? I mean, like, don't you think they're gonna want like some kind of proof of you being 17?
Sheldon's right. If this place was ethically ran, they would require me at a minimum to provide my birth certificate before accepting me in here. So this is the test. Is Provo Canyon gonna break the law and put a 30-year-old in as a student just because they're money hungry? Or are they gonna follow the law and require that I show proof I'm 17 before accepting me in? I went to the Provo Canyon School website to sign myself up, and right away I saw that I actually can't sign myself up. One of my parents has to do it for me. So I put an ad on Craigslist to see if anyone wanted to play the role as my dad for a super secret project. And no one responded. So not only am I gonna have to be the kid, but I will also be playing the role of my own dad. And I just signed myself up. First, they wanted to know why I was signing my kid, aka myself, up for Provo Canyon.
If your kid has a sexual or gender identity disorders,
I said my 17-year-old son is having what he calls gay thoughts. Submit.
I don't know. I just think it's pretty funny that they still accept people in for being gay when being gay stopped becoming a mental disorder in 1987. Also, conversion therapy is banned in Utah, so it would actually be super legal for them to accept me in because of this.
Hello, I would like to sign up my kid for Provo Canyon.
What is your kid kind of struggling with?
Recently, he's been having some homosexual thoughts. We heard that your school can help with that.
Perfect. And did anyone refer him specifically to residential treatment? Like, is he seeing a therapist or a psychiatrist or anything?
No.
I was just asking because in order to proceed to what we're going to need to do next is kind of review any of his clinical behavior. So if he hasn't been assessed before, that kind of stuff is going to need to happen.
They didn't need a birth certificate or anything?
Not yet, no. She just said I just need a note from a therapist.
And she said homosexual thoughts are a condition to get admitted into a fucking treatment? What are you getting treated for?
My homosexual thoughts.
What makes this whole situation even crazier is that literally right after this, I start watching through all the footage and I get to a part in Sheldon's training where they literally tell all of the staff that this is literally a gay-friendly environment.
This is the LGBTQIA+ community. This is gender equality. We're accepting and we're understanding of all gender issues.
They're saying he's saying for the staff. He doesn't mean for the kids, because that's one of the things that keeps these cults together. Always, it's that it's always based on some type of sexual degeneracy, sexual depravity. Now, in extreme cases, obviously, it can be towards children, but in some lesser extreme cases, it could just be like the Bohemian Grove. You know how Richard Nixon said that it's just a bunch of gay guys who get together? Could be more like that. With, you know, then they have some people who do the other stuff, but you know, this is a bit of a thing that's common in all of these groups that do bad things together, is that they usually, you know, they all have skin in the game that way.
We treat our kids that are trying to find their identity, figuring out their sexual orientation with respect.
Yeah, it seems like this place isn't against being gay at all.
I wonder why they accept me in for being gay then.
Because they want money.
It seems like they might just accept anyone into this place.
Because it's not about getting better, it's about programming. This is a obedience training. Let's use it. You could use their terminology. They call it strength conditioning, trauma-based mind control, trauma conditioning, fear programming. It's all the same idea.
Have a doctor or a therapist note.
And that's because as when you look into it in cybernetics, there's something imprint vulnerability. Essentially, it's the fear. It's the shock from the fear that makes the programming go into the, you know, deep in the brain, so that it will always come out when triggered. That's why they use the fear. It's because it gets the response in to a point that it will always work when triggered.
The next step is just get that doctor's note and then call you guys back.
Yeah, I can explain what's kind of going on at home, and if there's dangers at home, and those kind of things.
Dang, dude.
That sounds easy enough.
So I just have to go to a doctor and be like, hey, can you write a diagnosis that my kid has gay thoughts?
Yeah.
So I Googled conversion therapist. And it turns out there's not many in existence anymore in the United States. But I started calling
They're not, because they had to rebrand themselves into troubled teen therapy.
Few that still do exist. And then I realized that I can't just play my dad and the child at the same time, or else they're definitely going to recognize that it's just the same person playing both roles. And the Craigslist ad to play the role of my dad is still empty. So I got Jordan, the fan that originally told me about this idea, to play the role of my dad.
Hello, this is Dr. Fry.
Hey, my name's and I have a son that needs to get into some therapy.
But every single time, even the conversion therapists felt bad to send me to this school.
A place called Provo Canyon.
Oh, wait a minute. No, I don't. I'm in the
business of helping people make changes.
The fact that no therapist wants to send me to Provo Canyon School actually makes this place seem more credible to me. It seems like to get sent here, you must have to be a really bad kid. But then Sheldon got done with his first day of work, and when he got home, he told me why a lot of the kids got sent to this school.
All the other kids are just normal. Like, one of them's in there for 120 days so far because he used to smoke fucking weed.
That was me. I got sent there for smoking weed.
It seems like a majority of them are just like really annoyed and just completely normal.
This is when I realized.
I remember Kathy O'Brien, she said that people who were in the program were allowed to have any drug they want except weed. That's what she said. I mean, I don't, take that as you will, but that's what she said. So it's interesting that they said that they were all in there for weed. Maybe, maybe they're extra strict on that one and LDS. Maybe at the end, after we go through all this, I'll show you the video of the Mormon temple ceremony. I'll show you the all of them in the white robes and cloaks. Yeah, they're extra weird for sure.
Maybe it's just hard for me to get sent here because I live in California. The only therapists willing to talk to me are ones with a California license. However, Provo Canyon School is located in Provo, Utah, and according to their own police department, they play differently there.
We play differently here.
This is the exact same city that's currently trying to put me in prison for years, all because I tried to get a few Mormons to return Legos they stole. It's weird how all the conversion therapists in California can see this place as a big red flag. But in Utah, therapists seem to be sending patients here all the time, just for like the smallest...
So you need a recommendation from one of their people who's in their network is what's being said there. So obviously no sane practicing doctor wants to send anybody there. So congrats to those people. At least there's some apparently good people there, but that means you need somebody from in their network. One of their doctors needs to send you there.
If only I lived in Utah, it'd be super easy for me to get in, but I don't. I live in California. So I'm gonna have to be extra convincing with the next conversion therapist. But luckily for me, someone finally actually replied to my Craigslist ad.
So basically, yeah, I'm gonna be playing your son, I guess, and
Okay.
In 5 minutes after meeting my dad, it was time to get on this call.
I want to catch him looking at porn when it involves women. I want that. That would make me feel like that would brighten my life. Fortunately, it was the other way around the other day.
One of the main things which I would recommend is for your son called Reckless Ben to just do more community service.
So I don't know. My dad wants to send me to this school that he thinks like help my gay thoughts and stuff.
What's this school called?
Provo? Wait, son, what is it again?
Provo Canyon.
Yes.
They had a high ropes course. That looked kind of cool.
You can't be gay rock climbing. They just want to help, and we need your signature. We need your recommendation for that to happen.
And I would love to make that recommendation, but it's something I can't do.
Yeah, even with the professional actor, we couldn't convince this guy to recommend me for Provo Canyon. But this guy from Craigslist is a professional.
Guys, this is what meta is. It's meta. This is what is, how they slap meta onto everything now, and meta is a Hebrew word that means she is dead. This is meta because it's just crazy. The lengths people will go to for views, but it's still fascinating at the same time.
Not gonna take no for an answer.
The decision that I've made is that I do want to send him to Provo. I need you to see that I am in pain, that we are in turmoil in our home, and we can fix it. There's an entity out there that can help us. You're a good man and you do good things, and this is a blessing that you have this gift to do this. I'm begging you.
I think your dad will never let this
go. He went next level.
Go for like 2 months just to convince him and just get out.
So, my therapist wrote up a letter of recommendation.
Oh, he made a document and signed it, yeah! Sexual identity confusion, which has been described as unwanted. We might actually get accepted!
I cannot believe you guys just badgered him into signing it. So they're gonna let you in for having homosexual thoughts.
I guess so.
After we submitted all the paperwork from the licensed therapist, they gave us a packet of how awesome the school is going to be for me when I arrive. There's a swimming pool. There's a high ropes course. This place looks like a summer camp. Also in the packet, there's a daily schedule for what I'll be doing. And there's actually some pretty interesting things in it. This place is kind of expensive, about $1,500 per day. But if this place promises to turn bad kids into good kids, and the kids can have a bunch of fun while doing it, for a lot of families, the price is worth it. However, Sheldon has been working here for a few days now, and he says the reality of what's happening is just a tiny bit different than what's been advertised.
There's no high rope course, there's no pool.
But on my schedule, it says that there is a pool. It says there's a high ropes course, and there's like physical activity time. And
is never. I have that on audio too. The manager said it's never getting reopened.
Swimming pool. Right now, it's just our big hole in the ground. There's no water in it. There's a crack.
This expired in fucking June, and this is what they were giving the kids. They said they got unlimited Thanksgiving dinner, and you know what they got for dinner?
What?
2 frozen Uncrustables.
Okay, so the food could definitely use some improvement, but at least they get a good education, right? Well, they never taught Sheldon how to teach. All the teachers Sheldon shadowed were just playing brain rot TikToks for the kids.
All they do is watch brain rot. Like, that's all they do.
So yeah, it looks like this is what your kids are going to be learning if you send your kids to Provo Canyon School. After reading through my packet, Sheldon said basically everything they're advertising to me is a lie.
So they go to bed at 9 p.m.?
They go to bed way earlier than that. Dude puts them to bed at 7:30, bro.
Really? Because
I swear
at
to God.
8 p.m.
I have it on audio. He's like, I just put him to bed at 7:30 because I don't want to deal with him that much longer.
What, he said that?
Yeah, he was smiling. He thought it was funny.
So, do they have physical time from 3:30 to 4:30?
See, that's the thing. It's so stupid it's giving you a schedule like that. They just lie.
But false advertising doesn't seem to be the only problem, because I guess they just hire anyone. It seems like all the people who are supposed to be trained professionals have no clue what they're doing.
Today, the nurse in my class was arguing with me. I got it on video. Like, he's arguing with me that you can't overdose on Tylenol. So he needs to know that is actually like really bad that he thinks you cannot overdose on Tylenol. Like, what an overdose is, you took too much of a dose. It's over the dose. The 2 words.
But anyways, the last thing I have to do before I'm accepted in as an official student is I have to do one more interview with my dad to make sure we're a good fit. And Sheldon was getting a little bit worried that I wasn't gonna be able to make it in as a student.
What would suck is if you didn't get in and I've just been stuck here.
So, to make me seem like the most rebellious kid in the entire world, I dyed my hair red.
You could see he has red hair. He does not have red hair. He has black hair. He's Caucasian. But he dyed it red. It was just a few days ago.
Ben, do you want to say anything?
First off, he said my hair was red, but it's clearly orange. As you can see, it was like you can see it's like he doesn't even like respect me, you know. It's like
After this interview, Provo Canyon said they'd get back to me in a week. The only problem is this place is getting really depressing for Sheldon. He doesn't even know if he can last another day inside this place.
What if I just fly up tomorrow, dude?
That would be fucking awesome. This sucks.
Yeah, I'll just fly up tomorrow and we'll just figure it out. I'll just show up to the school and I'll be like, hey, accept me, dude. And they'll just accept me or something. I don't know.
Okay, yeah, let's do it, I guess. It's not gonna work.
But the next morning, before my flight, Sheldon called me with some devastating news.
I just got fired.
Really?
Dear applicant.
What's up, Boots? Nice to see you, buddy. Yes, absolutely. Hit the like button. That's Boots' honorary role. He's always the honorary like announcer. Hit the like button announcer. Nice to see you, man. I hope you're doing all right tonight.
Health and Human Services, Office of Background Processing, completed your background check. Because of these findings, you're not eligible to have direct access to children and or vulnerable adults.
That's crazy that they still let you work there even before doing the background search.
Oh my God. The HR manager said it was a rough situation and no one has talked about dismissing you.
Dang.
I'm not fired. Normally you fail the background check and you're fired. I mean, normally you don't start until the background check comes back good.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It's so weird they just put you on. So even though Provo Canyon found out Sheldon wasn't allowed to work with kids, they just let him keep working anyways, which is super illegal. If someone happened to put all of this evidence in a YouTube video and released it for the entire world to see, I mean, this could completely shut the school down.
They have now sunk their ship through their own greed because they wouldn't need to keep me right now if they paid a decent wage. They would have enough workers.
If Provo Canyon School is too money hungry to fire Sheldon, then maybe they're too money hungry to do a background check on me, and they'll just blindly accept me in as a 30-year-old. So I ended up getting—
There you go. It's probably cheaper back here in Ohio, Boots. Not sure how far that is for me. I've never heard of Richmond. Heard of Richmond, Indiana, but not Richmond, Ohio.
But now I have to solve a problem that I've been putting off this entire time. Money.
We have a publicized rate of $1,500 per day.
Yeah, it doesn't help that literally every single video series I've ever put on YouTube has either been demonetized or completely removed. My last video got taken down, incorrectly taken down. Shadow ban me YouTube keeps taking down on my videos.
They removed 3 of my videos.
Right now, I'm 100% censored. Yeah, this is not good. Yeah, at the time of filming this, I had a little over $2,000 in my bank account. And with the price of $1,500 per day, I can't even be in here for 2 days. But here's the really bad news.
You have to pay one tuition in advance throughout your child's stay. So you'll also be paying for January. So due today at time of admission, it's going to be $49,400.
Dang, dude.
We can't spend $49,000 on this.
On a deposit? Yeah.
Can you believe it's that fucking expensive, dude?
I definitely don't have that type of money. For 1 month, $49,000.
We'll need a whole 2 months paid in advance to let you in.
Yeah, this is gonna be a problem. There's not a chance in the world that I'm finding this type of money anytime soon. But I already flew out here, so I have to think of a plan of how to trick them into letting me in. It's gonna work, don't worry. We'll figure this out. If I truly was money hungry, I would wait the day to get the $49,000. And that's the plan. I give them a fake credit card so it definitely declines. I'll tell them that, hey, you guys should just let me in, and if you guys can wait just 2 business days, my bank will approve it.
Okay, so let's start with the first credit card, $49,400. And how much do you want to put on this card?
Everything. There's definitely enough money.
It did decline.
It declined?
Yeah, probably because it's so big.
Okay, I'll give him a call right now. So I had a fake conversation with my bank to learn that there was fraud put on this fake credit card.
Hi.
Hi, I just called my bank. It came up as fraud, actually.
Yeah.
Right when the 48 hours is up, I can just send it right then. They said I'll get it within 48 hours. Then they did say they'll approve the purchase, and the money's there.
Yeah, no, I believe that because, like I said, it happens all the time. But unfortunately, I can't approve an admission unless I have the child funds intact.
Yeah, they still said they can't accept me in until they receive the payment. So I'm gonna add some extra pressure. I told them that I'm leaving on a work trip to an uninhabited island with no cell phone service. So they have to accept me in now, or they'll never get me as a student to their school. I actually leave for a work trip today, so it has to be today or else I don't know how I'm gonna get it in there.
Okay, hold on 1 minute. Let me figure it out for you. Hold on.
Yeah, they ain't calling back, bro. I'm telling you, there's like a...
They're calling back. You said they weren't calling back. They're calling back. Hello?
I'm going to go ahead and approve the admission for tonight.
How does everything you do work? This wouldn't work for anybody else on the entire planet.
He's available at 3:30 if you guys could be down here by 3:30 to start his admit.
Again, I mean, that's a really valid question. So let me just catch Boots and anybody else who popped in up to speed, because it's a valid question. It's like, this is almost a perfect expose. It's like, how do you expose something, and how do you get past a $40,000 admission? So let me go ahead and show everybody this really quick, just to catch everybody up to speed. One hypothesis, I won't say it, it's absolute or anything, but Polymarket, the way that controversy, videos that blow up, trends, the ways that that can affect betting. And, you know, James and I did the interview where we talked about the CNN and Kalshi merging. Basically, the markets and politics are merging. And so the video I did a day or two ago, I suggest everybody check out. I did on the matrix and the world model simulations, and I compared that with 6G and cognitive twins. It was a sequel to the one I did last time I was hosting. I did that 2 days ago, and I talked about how all of this kind of comes together. We have literally a Microsoft patent 060606 cryptocurrency with Badia area network verification for cryptocurrency. Very much like James predicted in the Breath Wars books, like eerily similar. So, okay, what about the prediction, the policy analysis market? Well, as I read at the beginning, the DARPA and the agencies, you know, surrounding it, all of them ran these experiments where they set up fake simulated financial markets, and they did kind of like a computer simulation. And this eventually became Polymarket. So, you know, people really weren't a fan of it when it was the government. And so a couple years go by and it reinvents itself as Polymarket. And now that's a big thing. And people are able to use social media, controversy, stuff like this. When big stuff like this goes down, they can use it to make money. So I read this at the beginning of the show. I'll read it again. This experiment proved that performance-weighted, crowd-sourced. So I wonder if he's going to. He did eventually crowdsource on the one where he was doing the bricks and minifigs, Reckless Ben, the guy who made the video we're watching. He did eventually do some type of crowdsourcing, and then they tried to take it down. I don't know what the status of it is now. But prove that performance-weighted, meaning something that does really good, performance-weighted crowdsourced ensembles could systematically outpredict traditional intelligence agencies. And I'm going to do a video on this in the near future, but we're not going to go into it a lot. But I just wanted to have everybody be aware of this because, I don't know, just maybe it's real. That would be great if it's real and completely natural, but maybe there's more to the story. Just saying. I'll read 2 and 3. These are programs Crate and 4ST, which shifted from probability estimation to qualitative argument mapping and predicting breakthrough science and technology milestones. Under 4ST, George Mason University operated SciCast, a combinatorial prediction market where professionals generated real-time probability distributions on advanced telecommunication standards, graphene antennas, and nanomaterials. Focus developed evidence-based techniques to evaluate counterfactual what-if scenarios, establishing the mathematical foundations for predictive simulation within digital, maybe even real-world environments. Because if you get a performance-weighted crowdsourced ensemble and it's very predictive, it can systematically outpredict traditional intelligence agencies. Well, that would have a way of happening if you knew what people were going to do and how they were going to react, because you could run a real-world simulation using trends like this. There's a lot to it, and it's going to tie into the cognitive twins, and it actually does tie into the blockchain body area cryptocurrency patent. So keep that in the back of your mind.
Okay, it's 1:36 right now. We have we have like an hour to figure this all out. How are we gonna get the spy cameras in? Yeah, we probably should have figured this out sooner, but we definitely can't use the spy pens Sheldon's been using because they don't let students use pens here.
Pens, scissors, pencils. They are not allowed pens. They are not allowed scissors. They're allowed golf pencils.
The only spy camera we thought would work was the spy camera button. There's only one problem. I remember Sheldon telling me that if I go in with spy cameras, I'm definitely getting busted.
They're gonna notice you having spy cameras, bro. You can't even shower without.
It's like this is a lot of equipment. There's a lot of plane tickets. This is a lot. Like there's a lot of money. Like I got to at least have a little bit of a doubt because of that. It's like how does somebody have this much money to do all of this? You know.
So I thought the best place to hide the spy camera would be to make a hole in my shoe. But Sheldon was very adamant that even if I put the spy cameras in my shoe, they're still gonna find it.
It's crazy. It is literally like a supermax fucking prison, dude. They strip search you. They search everything.
At this point, I would just keister it, like, honestly, like, literally, like, they're still gonna wand me down and it's still gonna go off.
We were running out of time until I had to go in, so we just had to make up an idea on the spot of how to get me cameras in after I get strip searched. Here's the plan of what we came up with. It's not the best idea, but it is an idea. We open a bag of chips, put the cameras inside the chips, vacuum seal the chips shut, and mix it in with a bunch of other chips so they blend in, and then Sheldon will just go around the building handing out chips to all the kids, and hopefully he hands me the bag with the cameras inside, and that's the plan. I guess day one, I'm not gonna have any video, so I just have to like recap what happens in like a story or something, I guess. And then day two, I will hopefully have a camera if the chips work. Dude, this is so stressful. Okay. Okay, see you, Sheldon.
You man, dude.
Oh, okay. Okay, now that Sheldon's gone, I'm actually starting to get pretty nervous. I was getting nervous to go inside. I remember Sheldon explaining to me how hard it would be to escape.
That wall, huge, super hard to jump.
Really? How tall is it?
Probably 12 or 13 feet without a single grip. You're not going to be able to escape. It's going to be like really hard.
And if I can't escape, I'm going to be forced to pay for a month of this place, which I definitely can't afford that. And if I attempt to escape and get caught, there's going to be really bad consequences for me.
If you try and run, they shut down in the entire facility. Everybody's on what they call Cat 5 silence. There's no escaping. There's no escaping. There's maybe the illusion of escape that you can create in your mind, but there's no physical escape. People have tried, they've regretted it. They go straight to intervention, which is solitary confinement. There's no way to escape.
Yeah, Provo Canyon literally has a room specifically designed for kids that don't follow the rules. If you go into his spy camera footage, this is what the boss had to say about this place.
They don't even go to class, they just stay in state.
Yeah, I know, that sounds not very fun.
Terrible.
Yeah.
But,
They don't go out, they don't go
yeah, but when they want to act the way they do, that's what we get.
Yeah.
On Sheldon's very first day of being a mental health professional, one of the kids actually tried to escape.
A kid escaped, and then right as I was leaving, I was about to FaceTime you, the cop rolled up, and she's like, I got in the back. Yeah, now he gets put in the Gulag for 2 months.
For 2 months?
Yeah, I got it all. The audio today is crazy, dude.
This one kid who ran away, the police brought him back. He was in there for like 2 months, I swear.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
We can't talk to anyone for 2 months.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
But as Sheldon kept working, he saw more reasons why kids were getting sent to this room.
Locked a kid in solitary for stealing a bag of chips.
How long do you think he'll be in there? Till he admits? Or?
Probably a week. Usually.
Yeah, okay.
If he behaves, it'll be a week. If he continues to be a dumbass, it'll be longer.
Dang. He stole chips. He's screwed, huh? Wow.
The part that really sucks about this for me is how am I going to investigate this place? If I ask a single question they don't like, they're going to throw me into solitary confinement. But I was running out of time.
They are able to hide all of this programming in public easily, you know, hide it right under everybody's nose with these troubled teen programs. That's what it is. And I mean, that's clearly what it is, because we know that this is not an isolated issue. This is something that there's been a lot of controversy around, and surprisingly, it's still going on. Why is that? It's because all of the people who, you know, need to do this kind of programming are willing to protect these places.
And the time ran out. I couldn't film it, but I checked myself in to Provo Canyon School.
Yo, what up, everyone? We're about to check to make sure we got the footage of Ben, because I don't think anyone's gonna believe that this actually worked. Oh my God. We fucking did it, boys. We got Ben in there. This is insane. Like, this is actually literally like, sounds like something someone made up. I am so nervous. Brought chips for everyone. Oh, did you? Yeah.
Sheldon spent the entire day roaming the halls of Provo Canyon trying to find me. And finally, he found me.
Oh, hey man. Hey, I get chips out to everyone. You're on Alta, right? Yeah. Oh, yeah, sick. Cool. Where are you guys? Are you well, I was actually, yeah, no, I'm not on Alta. I was actually...
But right after he gave me these chips, he heard over his radio that they called in a search to find contraband materials on my unit.
That's interesting.
I heard him call a unit search right after I gave him the chips. I'm like, damn it.
So I have this spy camera button, but I don't have this red jacket I'm wearing right here with the button gun anymore, because I guess when they strip searched me, they took it to look for contraband materials and they just forgot to give it back. So this entire time I've been asking for it back and they never give it to me for some reason.
They said it was supposed to be yesterday and they still haven't got it yet.
And she's not here?
I guess not. They keep saying it's supposed to be yesterday, and they kept saying, oh, it'll be done by 9 a.m. today. It'll be done by noon today. It'll be done by 3 p.m. today. And
I'll go and talk to someone and see what we can do.
But before the teacher could give me my shirt, they did a check on my room for unauthorized contraband. They made all of us fold our pockets inside out. But little did they know, I had 2 pairs of pants on, and the spy button was actually inside my inside pair of pants pockets. So I spent the rest of the day filming inside my pocket because they still didn't give me my shirt back, but eventually they let us have a small break outside.
All right, so here's the deal. I want everyone to do some sort of, what is it, physical activity. Don't sit in there and just look at the sun or let the sun look at you. I'm not fucking around. Just pace, Ben. Just pace around. Go pick up a basketball, dribble it around. Not because I think you're overweight, because I want you to waste your energy so I don't have to deal with your goddamn hyperactivity. You understand that?
So I picked up a basketball and airballed it so hard it landed on the other side of the fence. The fence had mesh on it, so I couldn't hop it. So I climbed this little basketball hoop right here and hopped all the way to the other side.
Hey! I'm getting the ball. I'm getting the ball. Oh, sorry.
See what I mean? It's just like so good. It's like maybe it's real. I don't know.
Went into a random restaurant and hid in their bathroom. When the coast was clear, I borrowed an employee's phone to text Sheldon and told him to come pick me up.
Yeah! We did it! Yeah! Oh yeah! I was so worried about you, dude!
We made it!
Safe, dude! Yeah!
While we were waiting for my 5-star level to cool down a little bit, I decided to recap what went on inside.
Yeah, I was in the Gulag for the first day and a half. Yeah, that had to suck. Yeah, I was in there for like 30 hours.
But finally, after 30 hours of solitary confinement, just so they could get rid of my gay thoughts, they finally thought it was safe to put me in a classroom. The only problem is we didn't learn anything. The teacher pulled me to the side and told me that this is what school was going to be like for me.
School over here is going to be kind of... It's going to be kind of demeaning and embarrassing, so... Really?
Yeah, we didn't learn
It's another common theme that they always use, what do they call it? Hazing rituals. A hazing ritual.
Basically, the entire day was just us sitting in a room and the teacher threatening us of how bad it was going to be for us if we misbehaved.
Probably get fired. I don't have the patience to talk to people. I would just restrain people.
The crazy thing is none of the kids were even misbehaving. The teacher just was getting some type of power trip from telling all the kids how bad it was about to be for all of us.
Have you guys been diagnosed with transaction?
Yes, yeah. The anxiety, it'll kick in.
You breathe the wrong way. He's on your ass.
He will sit right next to you, and he will whisper things to you that you would go ahead and just make you realize like you are in a different environment. He will sit down and just tell you things in the ears, and then you will listen to those things and understand that you're in a different environment now.
He will flip, legitimately flip out.
Hypnosis.
Busy doing something. It's not like we were misbehaving. He was literally just trying to power trip us. So when 17...
That was hypnosis. That's what hypnosis is like. I go back.
And then you would listen to those things that you would go ahead and just make you realize like you are in a different environment. He will sit down and just tell you things in the ears, and then you would listen to those things and understand that you're in a different environment now.
He will flip.
So the reason that I can say that that's absolutely hypnotic is because it went in a circle. He said environment, and he said you will listen to those things. This is a different environment, and he brought it back to the beginning. He said environment again. That's a hypnotic tendency. All hypnotic things do that. That's the entrainment. That's why, you know, a spiral.
Legitimately flip out.
It's not like we were busy doing something. It's not like we were misbehaving. He was literally just trying to power trip us. So I went 17 hours without peeing, right? And then we get back, and the first thing he says is like, I don't want anyone to ask me if you can use the bathroom. And I'm like, shoot, I want to ask to use the bathroom so bad, but I know he's going to blow up on me if I ask to use the bathroom.
But finally, it's 7 p.m. I guess this guy got tired of verbally torturing us and told us to go to bed without learning a single thing in school.
All right, we're going to go ahead and go to bed. Stay in your bed. Keep your mouth shut.
And after 13 hours of sleep, this is my alarm.
All right, everyone, shut up and line up. Shut the doors. I don't want to see any doors open in your rooms if there's no one in there.
Did you tell everyone you were in there for gay thoughts?
I was like, my dad sent me here because he thinks I'm gay because I've never had a girlfriend before. He's like, that sucks that you're here, but like, we just had someone else that was here. His dad sent him here because he's like super Christian. I guess he was gay or something. And he sent him here, and he's like, what you're going through is like not unusual.
Wow, do you have that on audio?
Yeah.
Do you mind if I ask you what did they send you here for?
I don't have any like friends that are girls, so I think he thought I was gay maybe.
Huh? Really? Okay, well, I don't really care. No one in here cares. Everyone here sucks equally. You know, I had a kid I dealt with from California. Exactly the same issue. Parents were Christians. They had a Christian school from California.
As we were having this conversation, we were passing the high ropes course.
We do the high ropes course?
What was that?
We do the high ropes course?
No. They haven't used that since the 80s.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, why is it here if we can't do it?
Attitude.
Attitude?
No, that's a nice pool though, huh?
I haven't seen it yet.
It's the indoor pool or the outdoor pool.
Oh, can we go there after this?
Yeah, it doesn't work.
It doesn't work. How does the pool not work?
Because there's a crack at the bottom of the base.
Did they fix it?
That's been broken for a couple of years now.
Why didn't they fix it?
Because it costs, I think they said it was going to cost like $50,000.
That's only one day for like 30 kids.
Yeah. They're never going to fix it.
So true.
Really? Why not?
They'd rather just spend like cheap money.
What happens when a kid escapes?
The cops are out looking for him.
When the cops are looking for me right now?
Yeah.
Am I like an Amber Alert?
Yeah. They said 10-11 at a high school for a possible runaway.
What's that? What's a 10-11?
I have no idea.
Anyways, I ended up just flying home, and now I'm back in Los Angeles. And 2 days later, they called the dad version of me saying they had a very important update, and I had to call them back immediately.
She said that it's very important that I call you guys right now. What's going on?
I've run your credit card now, and it's declined twice again. So we need to get something worked out today, as I told you before.
Yeah, we need to get it worked out right now.
Have them see what the issue is, but it is declining.
Oh yeah, wow. Yeah, I no wonder Lydia told me to call. This is a very important problem.
But a few hours later, they finally thought it was a good idea to tell the dad version of me that the kid version of me was missing.
Ben jumped the fence and escaped, and we're still trying to find him. He kicked the ball over the fence, I guess, and then climbed over the fence and ran. So I think they did chase after him. They were unable to find him. So I know the police have been notified. So they are looking for him.
Well, he actually, I got called from an unknown number earlier today. It was actually Ben, and he talked to me. He did say he would come back, but he gave me a list of demands, I guess, and he said once you complete these list of demands, he'll come back.
Oh, yeah, that'd be great.
Yes, my plan is to blackmail them with bad press that they lost one of their kids. And the only way they can get this bad press to end is by improving their facility for the rest of the kids. The first one was, he said, fix the high ropes course. The second one, he said, fix the pool. The next one, he said, just feed them like edible food. It doesn't have to be good, just it has to be edible. The next request was he actually wants to learn some stuff. If it's a school he wants to learn. He would not like the kids to be in solitary confinement was his last request.
Oh, some of them have to be.
Ben said there was one kid who stole a bag of chips and he was going to be in solitary confinement for 2 weeks.
Oh, I don't know.
And he said if you guys can complete those list of demands, he said he'll actually come back. And for every day they don't do these list of demands, it's every day that they now have a missing student.
So I imagine it's like maybe this video was the blackmail. See, it's a real world thing.
It looks like Provo Canyon now has a very big decision to make. Do they improve their facility or do they risk getting shut down?
I know the pool is in the progress. They need a lifeguard, so the pool will be up and running. I don't think it's full of water currently, so I think we don't have a lifeguard. So I think that's been our hang up with the pool. I think the ropes course is functioning. Food, Provo Canyon's very average.
Well, it seems like Provo Canyon's going to choose to improve their facility.
The pool is supposed to be up and going as soon as we get somebody certified in lifeguarding.
But I wanted to add urgency to get these demands done as fast as possible. I'm just worried about my son. Do you think, because I'm worried he's going to die out there, do you think you could get the pool rebuilt fast? That way I don't have to worry my son's going to die?
I can definitely work on that. I can call over there and see what their status is on the pool. We can DoorDash food, so we can get food sent to him if you want to twice a week, so he has like normal good food.
Well, I don't think he just wants it for him. I think he wants it for all of the kids.
Oh, okay. Well, I like that, Ben. That's very nice of him.
Dude, they might actually meet the list of demands. That'd be sick. So the next day, they called back.
I don't know when the pool will be fixed, I guess. And I don't know if, I guess they're working on it. It's like a bigger construction problem.
He said he's not going to show his face again until we meet those listed demands. So I was wondering, is there any way that maybe I can talk to the CEO or anything and I can help you guys get these listed demands met faster? Or because I just really want to see my son again.
Yeah, no, me too.
I was getting worried that Provo Canyon was going to claim that these listed demands are too hard for them to do. But I'm prepared because I've already done all the math on this company. How many kids do you think are in Provo Canyon?
256.
So that times 365 days of the year, that's $91 million a year. Do you think it costs $91 million a year to run this place?
No, they pay us 17 an hour. They could pay like 40 an hour.
How much staff is working there?
With teachers and everything, I'd say like, man.
So if it's a vacuum cleaner for money, then it's no surprise that they're doing programming on the side.
50. I mean, probably closer to like 35.
With this calculation, I'll estimate all the employees cost about $5 million a year, leaving the CEO with about $86 million left over. So where's all the money going?
It's a for-profit company. It's going in the owner's pocket.
So this guy, Tim Marshall, is the
It's laundering.
And from my research, it looks like he doesn't really do anything to help the facility. This is basically his only job now is he's a spokesperson and he argues with the government to keep this place open. Basically, in the grand scheme of things, my list of demands are going to cost him basically nothing, but it will really, really help the kids out. But the thing is if the school doesn't want to take my advice, then a story could leak that they lost a kid, and that could shut down the school. So I'm going to call them again and see if they're ready to improve their facility.
I'm sorry, but the person you called has a voice.
And they didn't answer. So I called again. Hey, I'm still calling about my missing son. Just wondering if you guys have any updates. If you have any updates at all, like just literally any updates. If you guys can just let me know any updates, even if you haven't found them yet, I'd literally just love to know any update if you could just get back to me. It kind of seems like you're blocking me, which kind of sucks, but yeah, if you can just like call me back, that'd be great. So the lesson here is if you're a parent sending your kid to Provo Canyon and your kid escapes, instead of looking for your kid and trying to help out the parent, they're just gonna block the parent. They'll just block you. But after a couple months, They finally answered.
This is Sherry.
Hello, I'm just calling to see if you guys were able to find my son.
Okay, and we're calling on a balance on the account?
Well, I'm calling because I...
Calling about that balance on the account.
I guess you guys lost my son, and I was just wondering if he ever returned.
So yeah, there's just a balance on the account. Did you want to take care of that today?
Well, is it okay if I ask about my son first, and then we can figure out all the money stuff, or... So, I tried calling again.
Provo Canyon School, how can I direct your call?
He was in there for only 2 days, and then he escaped, and so I was wondering if you guys have any information on where he's at.
I don't know who you're talking about. I have no idea. Yeah, I don't have any information for you.
They gave up on finding me.
Oh my.
Dang. Well, that sucks. So I'll just be lost forever, and no one cares. But just because they gave up doesn't mean I'm giving up. I went all the way back to Utah and found some random people in Utah that said they were down to help with the video. Maybe you could just be like, yo, I met him up on the mountains or something. I'm a mountain person also. Yeah, you could pretend to be a mountain person and be like, we're both mountain people. Don't leave unless there's proof that there's actually, they're gonna do those listed demands.
Yeah.
Be like, we're running out of food up in the mountains. We can't survive much longer.
Hi, how's it going? My friend, I gotta get him to come back here, but he doesn't want to come back.
What's your friend's name?
Ben.
They're pretty much leaving a lot of food up there.
He's not contributing anything. He was just like, I'm not going back till they fix this and this and this and this.
Got it. So...
I hate to leave this on a cliffhanger, but if you want to see what happens next, then come back for...
I don't know if I was the only one to notice that the timestamp, the timestamps are kind of odd. I don't know, maybe that's an error, but the timestamp says 2022 in this. So who really knows? But at the same time, it's like one of those live action alternate reality type games because I've got questions. I think if you see something like this and it's just leaves you with some questions. I mean, not to say that it's good these recordings come out. It's good that all this gets exposed. But, how did it go so well? How did you not have any hiccups? And how did you get them to drop the enrollment fee? Stuff like that. It's important to realize that all of this trend stuff, if you can stir up controversy, let's see. Do you remember there was a couple, maybe 3 months ago, max, I don't really remember exactly how many, but there was this trend where people were running through the Scientology headquarters. They just would film themselves running through the headquarters. And it was like a trend. It's like, okay, funny, great. But stuff like that is how you can, drum up a trend. And if you drum up enough of a trend, you can use that in a variety of ways. Again, that's going to be a subject for another show. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. But on prediction and how that can be used to game and make money. You can place bets, and then you could use, as it said, predictable, crowdsourced. Let's see, I'll read that again. Performance-weighted, crowd-sourced ensembles could systematically out-predict traditional intelligence agencies. And that's what I'm referring to is, excuse me, the Future Markets Applied to Prediction Program, Future Map, and the Policy Analysis Market, PAM, which then, after people really kind of shrugged that off because they didn't like that it was associated with the Intelligence Advanced Research Projects Agency, IARPA. And this became Polymarket. They rebranded it, they dusted it off, found somebody with a different face, different credentials, and they launched it. But we could also say that all of this as I did the video, let's see if I can show that to people real quick. The latest video I did about 2 days ago was this right here. Oh, sorry, that's the wrong one. Yes, this is the interview I did, but this was not the one that I was talking about. This was the one I was talking about. The Matrix and LE World model for 6G cognitive twins. Basically, like James and the Breath Wars book series, tokenization of breath, of the human soul, basically, the human essence. And so this video, I talked about 6G cognitive twins, and then there were 2 papers that were just released, the Matrix and the LA World model, just very recently in 2026 by MIT and Harvard. So see this video if you haven't seen it yet. But going with that, this really has a lot to do with it, actually more than I originally would have thought, because it turns out that the way that the patent 060606, the cryptocurrency body verification data, that's actually used. Something is used very similar to that in these predictions, in these policy market analysis predictions, or sorry, future markets applied to prediction, the future map program. So maybe we're going to talk about that tomorrow. I think that has a lot to do with what these events are about, all of these trends that just pop up seemingly random, and really it doesn't make sense how they started or who started them. And sometimes there are faces who will pop up. So another one that people really don't, people are very well aware of, Nick Shirley now, but he just popped up a couple months ago, maybe less than a year ago. So these people just pop up out of nowhere. And who is funding them? Well, once you start to understand that it's a perfect way to launder money, because if you're going to pay somebody to do something, you don't want to leave your paper trail, or you could just donate it to them. You could donate it through their crowdfunding. So they start a crowdfunding campaign, and then the money can be transferred that way. It's an effective way to, make or break people. And I think this is a very interesting and probably dangerous form of intelligence networking. Rather, it is the old school military intelligence gone into the public domain. I guess that might be a better way to look at it. But again, I will remain open to there being an element of this that is legitimate and real. I mean, I'm not saying that that's not the case at all, because definitely this is going to have a shakeup to this company and people involved with this company. Now that this video just came out, let's see, 14 hours ago. So this company is going to get a lot of flack. They're going to get people harassing them. They're going to get their employees are going to be harassed just because, this has already got over 1 million views. It's not even been 1 day, and this has got 1 million views. And so, that is what is very predictable. That's what it means here. Performance weighted. So when it means, if you get like 1 million views in under 24 hours, that would be, it's weighted very heavily by performance. It performed very well. Okay, so performance weighted, crowdsourced ensembles could systematically outpredict traditional intelligence agencies. That's what they're after. It's the shakeup, because if you could shake up something, obviously chaos, and then how they do the order in chaos, order out of chaos. Okay, so you shake up the bag and you get the particles moving very fast. And then the Maxwell's demon thought experiment. You remember the Maxwell's demon? They were sorting the particles based on information. It's exactly what this is going to enable. just have that in the back of your head. I mean, I'm not saying for sure anything, but what if scenarios, it even says right here, focus, develop evidence-based techniques to evaluate counterfactual what if scenarios. Turns out that's exactly what LE World Model does. It actually will run a completely, it's supposedly a full world simulation. Here, let's see. Stable end-to-end joint embedding from pixels, and then the matrix AIX, simulating the world with 8.3 billion personas. So what they do is the cognitive twin, which is expressed like this. This is basically saying it has these different values. The state pulled from telemetry data, which we covered previously, episodic memory, semantic memory, structural causal model, and then what to do based on that information. So it pulls that data and it uses that data in a completed, a simulated world. Literally, it's going to run these counterfactual, meaning what if scenarios. It's going to run that in a virtual world, and it's going to give you an execution policy. Basically, what do I do based on this? Boot says that's where all the flavors are in the bottom of the bag. So shake it up. That's true. It seems like any of the flavors that you get in candy. Like I like the blue. Blue was always my favorite flavor in candy, and it's like that's the rarest one. Any candy you buy, I don't care what it is. It's almost like there's almost no blue candy in the bag, and it's like the smallest majority or what percentage. But yeah, we're going to talk more about this tomorrow. I thought that was a good video nonetheless. I mean, I still think it was something that needs to come out. But let me put it this way. It's always going to have a very detrimental to some people effect, because let's say that this video goes really viral, which it already is. This is going to bring nonstop harassment on probably very horrible people, but some decent people are going to get caught up in the crossfire. That's just how these things work. That's just the nature of the internet. And that's what I mean. That's where this gets dangerous. Simulations are one thing, but it's a counterfeit. The idea of the breath being stolen and the counterfeit breath surrogate, as James called it in his books. Here, I'll go ahead and put that up. James will be back Monday, just if I didn't say that already. But James's Breath War series, he talks about this, and it's eerie that it's very much like James predicted in those books. It's very similar to that. Very, very similar. But these profiles, the cognitive twin, it's only a counterfeit. It's not really you. It's just a really good picture of you. It's like the doppelganger effect, the doppelganger pretends to be you and then causes all the mischief and trouble and then disappears and leaves you looking like you did it. It's that type of thing, and that's why it is a bit scary. But I think one thing that people can do to help with that, not completely counter it, but is make your data, anything about you, any information you give over the internet, form, registration, anything like that, try to make it as random and unable to draw conclusions from it. Poison your data, basically, for lack of a better word. Just poison your data to any extent necessary. Maybe we'll do a series on that sometime. That would be fun. Got some people who would know a lot about that, but people who are good in cybersecurity and stuff like that, maybe they could come on sometime. But guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Please hit the like button, hit the follow button, no matter where you're at. If you're on my channel or James' channel, subscribe, follow the channel, hit the like button, and let me go ahead and plug Reckless Ben again. I think he's doing really great work no matter what. I think it's stuff that needs to be seen. But at this point, we're at a moment where you could show people all of this stuff, and it seems like people have a really it's hard to get people to react, and it's paradoxical. Really is paradoxical, because people are eager to react to these trends and social media trends, but then, trying to get the truth to spread like wildfire. You could even show it to somebody on a channel like this, and you still got flock cameras going up everywhere. You still got nothing really getting done. It's because people need to learn how to work together. That's the primary thing. And I really am on a good note. I'm pretty happy to see how people are kind of universally against the whole flock cameras, and it seems like that's one, and AI data centers. People are not for that, and it's because they're not taking people's grievances seriously. It's like if they acted like they even would listen to people when they came to voice that there are opinions, that they don't want these things. If they took that seriously, that's one thing. But it's like when they just slap you in your face, it's like everybody shows up. They just don't even let anybody talk, and they voted in. That type of stuff. If people agree on that, people work together on that, and people learn how to stand together that way, then I think maybe it will inspire in people a little bit of, hey, we actually could do something. Wow, that's shocking. If we actually do it all together, then maybe they will take us seriously, that this is something that we don't want. But it's just paradoxical. It was a paradoxical time in many ways, I think. We're living in a time where technology and ease of living is so high. It's like, it's so easy. Things are so easy now. And technology, they say it's only made things easier. But at the same time, I don't think there's ever been a time in history, unless this is, like the Roman Empire, where the exact same thing happened pretty much. There's never been a time where we traded so fast. They said, okay, the technology is going to grow fast, and it's going to make things better at that rate. And technology has grown shockingly fast, but the rate at which we're losing our humanity, that's even faster. And it's become more predictable because things are getting rehashed more. And they can make money on it. They can bet on it. They can play betting games on it. That's why the market, everybody I've talked to, they say that the market is really crazy. It doesn't make any sense. It's been irrational. And this is why. It's because they're mixing politics and the market. James and I did a show on that. That would be a good one for anybody who hasn't seen it. Check it out. The show that James and I did on CNN and Kalshi, where they were mixing these betting odds. Basically, Kalshi, the company, which is similar to Polymarket, not the same, but it's similar, was mixing in odds to news coverage, CNN. So that's why you're seeing them have a cutaway to polls, and here are the odds on this, and here's how likely this is. That's why you're seeing that more in the news, is because that's merging the market and politics, and it's hideous. It's why they say it's a beast. It's because it's like, what happens when you mix these things which have these things have no business mixing. They're both evil by themselves. Why would you put them together? It's hideous. It's a chimera, a beast. But on that note, guys, I hope each and every one of you has a great rest of your night. I will see you tomorrow. James will be back Monday. Hit the like button, hit the follow button, and we will see you tomorrow. Take care, guys.